morning, Rebecca Jo here. Welcome to our morning breath practice. I'm going to start today in an upright seat. So find any seat that works for you, that allows you to really feel tall in the way you're sitting. I'm sitting with a block between my ankles, cross-legged or in a chair is fine, but I do recommend as best as you can to sit with your hips a little higher than your knees. And that's going to help to let go of some of the gripping in your hip flexors that causes this collapse towards the back of the tail and over time some lower back pain. We're going to start with a little visualization awareness practice just to drop us into our bodies. So you're going to take your hands first, rub your palms. You can start to let your eyelids close. So we're just rubbing your hands to generate a sense of heat between the palms. And then take your palms and rest them flat down onto your thighs. So drop your mind down into that connection of your hands against your legs. So you start to ground your energy a bit. Take a full breath in through your nose. Take a big exhale out through your mouth. Let out a sigh. And then sealing your lips. Again, breathe in through your nose. Fill up to capacity. Pause, retaining the breath in, just observe that sensation of fullness. And then exhale out through the mouth, let out a sigh. And as you exhale, feel for a sense of settling and grounding into your body. Almost like you were sinking against the floor. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Feel the buoyancy, the lightness of the breath in. Pause. And then exhale out through your mouth. Let out a sigh, hear your breath. Allow your shoulders to drop. And allow again this kind of sinking feeling, almost like you were collapsing into the sofa at the end of a long day. And even allowing yourself to drop back into the tail, to let your shoulders drop forward. And just notice the patterns that you tend to go in. And then we're going to rebuild from the ground up. So keeping the eyes closed, drop your awareness into your top right foot. Lightly connect it to the ground if you're in this shape. If the soles of the feet are on the ground, feel the bottom of the right foot lightly connect. And then draw an imaginary line from your right foot to your left knee, like you're trying to reach your left knee forward. And then connect to your left foot, whatever's touching the floor. And then draw an imaginary line from the left foot to the right knee, like you're trying to send your right knee forward. And then take a moment just to notice that cross beam, right? That frame that you're building at the base of the body. So we're balancing those cross lines from right foot to left knee, and from left foot to right knee. And then drawing a line from your right knee, sending forward to your left sitting bone, rooting down and back. And then the left knee, drawing forward, the right sitting bone, rooting down and back. So you're just continuing to build this framework scaffolding for yourself. From the right sitting bone, draw a line up through your left shoulder blade, and you might even lift a little bit that left shoulder blade away from the right hip. So not that you're pulling your left shoulder up, but just creating space between those 2 points. And then rooting your left sitting bone down, draw your right shoulder blade away. So you start to frame your torso well, balancing out those corners of the hips and the shoulders. Draw an imaginary line from your right shoulder to your left elbow. From your left shoulder to your right elbow. So again, just creating more space for the breath to move through. Draw an imaginary line from your right nipple to your left shoulder blade. And from your left nipple to your right shoulder blade. And imagining you could draw those 4 points apart to open a little more space around your lungs. From your right shoulder blade through your left ear. From your left shoulder blade to your right ear. From your right ear to your left eye. And from your left ear to your right eye. And as if you could move all of those points apart to create more space around your mind. And then feel yourself here for a moment, well framed. Feel that kind of scaffolding, imaginary scaffolding through the body, holding you upright. And then drop a line from the sky above through the building, the roof of the building, down through the crown of your head, through the center palate of your mouth, the center of the chest, the belly, all the way down through the perineum and really plugging you into the earth below. So you feel yourself tethered and connected to the stability of the ground, and then you feel yourself uplifted by the lightness of everything above. And then once again, take a full breath in through your nose, and exhale out through your mouth. Seal your lips, open your eyes. And now depending on how you're seating, you're either going to cup your hands to your knees, which will lean you slightly forward, or cup your hands to your heels. So try and get a really good fit wherever you're at. And then you're just going to start to rock forward and back on the bones of your seat now. And just feel that for a moment. Tilt your pelvis forward, tilt your hips back. Notice what your comfort zone is, which direction you naturally go. And notice which way you have to put maybe a little more effort into. And then as that becomes familiar, start to go faster. So we're going to add a breath in here. As you inhale, round your spine. As you exhale, bring your chest through. If this is newer for you today, keep going slow. If this is a little more familiar or you feel ready for it, start to go faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So feel your tailbone rocking forward and back. And like you are striking a match, start to build some heat through your body. Right? So imagine you're lighting a pilot light. And keep going in, out, inhale, exhale. Count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment, sit upright. Adjust as you need. Maybe you take your hands into a different position. And now come to that first variation of that tilt where you tip forward towards the front of your pelvis. You start to arch your spine more. And then you're going to rock over towards your right sitting bone, back to your tail and over to the left. And then just start to spin it around. So feel the movement here happening at your hips, like you're stirring a pot. And then you can start to go a little bit faster. Let the chest and head move, but concentrate the movement, the effort of the action into that turn of the pelvis. And then let your eyes close. Find just an easy breath here. So if you imagine you just lit that pilot light, like you were cooking boiling water in the kitchen. Okay? So you heat up the water, and then you start to stir the pot. And again, noticing where you go easily and where you don't. And then come back to center. Once again, go forward and back. Inhale, exhale. So building to get a little bit more heat. So we know that heat always rises from the ground up. So we start to take the heat from the pelvis, from the roots, from the foundation, and bring it up through the body. Maybe go a little faster. Strike your match. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel yourself upright. Tilt forward towards the front of the pubis, over to the left this time, back to your tail and over to the right. So you start to spin around counterclockwise. Start really nice and slow. So another visualization you can hear is if you imagine you're sitting actually on a clock, and you know what the hours are, and you're just going to turn around all of those hours. Let your chest move, let your head move. And then maybe you start to spin a little faster, so you really agitate the water. And with agitation comes change, transformation. So you gotta move stuff around a little bit. You gotta stir it up. And again, just noticing where your comfort zone is. Where do you like to live? Where do you easily go? Where do you have to make effort? And then ready, center yourself, both sitting bones down. Feel yourself upright again. Feel that cross line from your right sitting bone rooting down to your left shoulder blade drawing away. Left sitting bone rooting down, right shoulder blade drawing away. So just reframe your torso again. Feel your feet on the ground. And then take your arms up. So come into a wide view with your arms, make cups with your hands. So we know fire always rises, and we know that water always descends. So imagine you're trying to catch that water in your palms. Hold of those cups. Lift your chest, lift your gaze slightly. And so we'll take breath of fire, which is a quick exhale through the nose like this. The action is powered by the navel snapping back to the spine. So we're going to take 100 counts. Do your best with it. Seal your eyes closed. Take a full breath in through your nose. Take an exhale through your nose, and just one time really squeeze the belly in and empty out the lungs. Just relax that tension in the stomach. Breath will naturally flow in. And then count 100 quick exhales. With that last exhale, fully empty out, squeeze the belly in, take your thumbs, hook them overhead, and reach your fingertips straight up. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Hold your breath in, take another breath in through your nose. And see if you can take 3 more breaths through the mouth. And then lock your chin down towards your chest and lifting the pelvic floor. So you hold that breath in, let it swirl around that frame of your torso. Go pulling your right hand to the right, your left hand to the left. And then lift your chin, take your breath up and out, exhale. Release your hands, let your palms face up. Take a pause here and just observe. And open your eyes for a moment. We're going to come into what we call an eagle wrap of the arms. You'll take your left arm under and around the right. Hold on to the right wrist. And then let that right hand just start to flop around. So finding a little bit of stability in the forearms so that you can create some space within the wrist joint. And if you come into this shape and this variation of the arms doesn't work for you, try just holding the wrist without crossing. And you can look at your hand, you can see how it moves. And then make a fist with your hand. So holding the right wrist with the left hand, make a fist with the right hand. You're going to reach your elbows straight forward. Try and stay upright in your seat. Lift your fist up. And then reach your elbows forward. And then punch your fist up. So you start to find a little bit of a back bend. And then one more time, reach the elbows forward and punch the fist up. Take your chin, throw it over your right shoulder. And then rest your left wrist on the left temple. So you start to make this connection here. And again, if that's too tight, you can keep the hand away. You can also release the wrist and hold on to the shoulders instead. Now we're going to take the elbows from side to side with an active in and out breath. So as you inhale, sweep your elbows to the left. As you exhale, to the right. In, out, and then keep going. So imagine your elbows were like a broom that you were sweeping from side to side, sweeping the dust out, clearing out space. Keep lifting the elbows. Count 25 more. In, out. And when you reach 25, bring yourself back to center, chin towards the bend of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, lift your elbows up. And then as you exhale, find a neutral spine, unwind the arms. Take your right hand to your left knee. Take your left hand either to the floor behind you, or you might reach around and catch a hold of the right heel if you're in this same seated position that I'm in. Find a slow, steady breath. Feel yourself upright again, so the crown lifting to everything that's above, the center of the pelvis rooting down to the core of the earth. Feel your right shoulder move towards 12 o'clock directly in front of you, 6 o'clock with that left shoulder directly behind you. Take a last breath in, and exhale, unwind, find the center. And then we'll just go to the other side, right? So this time, right arm will wrap under and around. You'll hold your left wrist, and then just let the hand flap around. So again, see the hand, notice how it moves. See which one of your hands has a little more intelligence to it, a little more awareness, and which one moves a little more freely, which one you have to put more effort into. And then make a fist with your left hand. Reach your elbows forward, punch your fist up. Reach your elbows forward, punch your fist up. And one more time, elbows forward, fist up. Slide your chin over your left shoulder, rest your wrist against your right temple. Just check and make sure you can still breathe here. If it's difficult, loosen that grip a little bit. And then once again, we'll go from side to side. In, out, left to right, in, out. So if you need to go a little slower, sweeping the elbows from side to side. Your last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back, center, reach your chin towards your elbows. Lift your elbows higher, take a deep breath in. And then unwind the arms, come back to a neutral spine as you exhale. Twist, bringing your left hand to your right knee, right fingertips to the floor, or maybe reaching around for your heel. Pull your left shoulder forward towards 12. Pull your right shoulder back towards 6. And maybe looking over the shoulder, find a slow, steady breath. And then bring yourself back forward. So always feel free to adjust your seat as you need as we move through these. You can always switch the position of the legs. You're going to take both hands into fist now. Pull your elbows back as you move your chest forward. And then bring your fists together as you round your spine. All right, so that's the basic action. Let's start here. Take a breath in to the back of your body. And then as you exhale, pull the elbows back and the chest through. Inhale, round, and exhale, forward. So the hips are doing that same basic movement that we started, rocking forward and back. And now just adding a little bit more of this movement of the chest relief, kind of pulling the curtains back, letting the sunshine in. Add a breath, in, out, in, out. Count 50 more, in, out. When you finish exhaling out, take your arms overhead, hook your thumbs in your non-habitual way of doing it. So just checking what you do naturally and switch it. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Close your eyes, try and pull your hands apart. Take another breath in through your nose. Widen the shoulders by turning your armpits towards your chest, but keep the palms forward. Take another breath in through the mouth. And then locking the chin, hold it all in. Feel the fullness of the breath. take it up and let it go. Rest your hands, palms up. Take a moment to check in. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the movement of your breath. And now just keep your left arm relaxed down. Take your right hand, kind of like we did before. Start to shake out the hand. And again, see how it moves. Let it flop around. Keep a steady breath going. And then switch sides. Take the left hand out, let it flop around. And notice how this one moves. And then take both hands, shake it out. And then keep going. Keep shaking it. And flinging out any of that extra congestion, especially in the wrists and the hands from holding cell phones, from being on the computer all day. Okay, take a deep breath in. And exhale out through your mouth. Take a moment to rest with the hands, palms facing up, back of the hands down, close your eyes. Feel all of that physical sensation in the palms. And inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. Now take opposite elbows, grabbing on to the bony part of the elbow with the center of the palm. So you create another frame here. And as you inhale now, you'll take the elbows up. And as you exhale, you'll take the elbows back down. So take a few slowly and just feel that movement. Try and keep the hips pretty grounded now. And then we'll start to add the breath. So as you think of this one, kind of like taking an old rug and flinging it out so you get all of the dirt out of the rug. Start to clean the floors, in, out, in, out. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch the elbows up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out through your mouth this time. Extend your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers. Press your palms up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then bring your arms down in front of you again, grabbing opposite elbows. So just make sure you switch the cross of the other forearms in front, and if you forgot, just come out of it, do it however you naturally do it, and then switch it. And then start to go up and down. So like a bellow, another way to think of this is like fanning a flame. So we're still building heat up through the body. And then adding that breath in, out. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the elbows up, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, and again, non-habitual clasp. Palms press up, take a deep inhale. Hold the breath in just for a moment, and then exhale out. And now keep your arms up, release the clasp of the hands, and you're gonna cross your left wrist in front of your right. Flip your hands so the palms face each other, re-interlace your hands with the palms together, and then squeeze the arms, take a side bend over to the left, open your right lung. Come back up through center, inhale, and exhale over to the right, open the left lung. And then coming back up through center, take a breath in, full breath out. And we'll come back to that twisting motion. So as you inhale left, as you exhale right. And then maybe you have worked it up so you can go a little faster. Keeping your sitting bones grounded down. I think taking all of that heat up through the body, out through the crown of the head, up through the hands. So it's spiraling upward, in, out, in, out. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, take a deep breath in. Hold your breath in, take another breath in through the nose. Take 3 more sips through the mouth. And exhale, let it go. Bend your elbows. Bring your knuckles forward. Slide them up your chest. And then bring it out. So right wrist will be on top now. And then flip it out the other way. So just do a few of these nice and slow. And then the next time you come up, just to switch the wrist. So right wrist will end up in front. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Take a side bend over to the left, open the right lung. Pull with your hands. Come up through center and over to the other side. And then realign yourself, sit tall, turn left as you inhale, right as you exhale, in, out, maybe a little faster. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath in, sip it in through the nose. Get really full, 3 more through the mouth. Hold it in, drop the chin. And exhale, let it go. Bend the elbows nice and slow. Wring the arms out. And then taking the arms up as you inhale, separate the hands from the palms to face out. And just really slow, like you're raining down all of that energy back to the floor. Let your fingertips touch the ground, let your eyes close. And if you're sitting in a chair, just let the arms hang down alongside you. Start to slow your breath back down. Bring your hands to rest on your thighs. Count your breath 1 to 6 as you inhale. And 6 to 1 as you exhale. So now bringing a sense of balance and evenness to the breath. Settling the nervous system back down. Inhaling, counting in your own mind 1 to 6. Exhaling 6 to 1. So we use the breath as a way to self-regulate, to whip up our energy, to heat us up. And then we can use it to calm us back down, to make us a little more even, or to really calm us down when we need to at the end of the day. Take another breath like that. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let that go. And just as we did in the beginning, keeping the eyes closed, we'll drop our awareness back down, framing through the body, and it may feel a little different this time. Trace that line from the right foot to the left knee, moving those 2 points in opposition away from each other. Left foot to right knee. It's a really small, subtle shift. Frame out your foundation. Right knee to left sitting bone. Left knee to right sitting bone. And just allow your mind to move through the body. Right sitting bone to left shoulder blade. Left sitting bone to right shoulder blade. Right shoulder to left elbow. Left shoulder to right elbow. Just thinking like you're creating a nice window for your heart and your lungs to move through. From your right shoulder to your left ear. Left shoulder to right ear. Right nipple to left shoulder blade. Left left nipple to right shoulder blade. Right eye to left ear. Left eye to right ear. And then drop that imaginary line from above, from way up in the atmosphere, through the roof of the building, through the ceiling of your house, through the crown of your head, down through the center of your body, down into the core of the earth. So you're in the middle. You're centered between what's in front of you, what's behind, what's to the left, what's to the right, what's above, and what's below. Take a deep, full breath in through your nose. Pause, hold the breath in, and exhale a sigh out through your mouth. Seal the lips, flutter your eyes open. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions or comments. I'll continue to make these videos. You can also catch this class live on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. I may add some more eventually, but for now, that's where you can find me. Have a beautiful day.